Hello everyone, so we'll continue the matchup guys. Today we're gonna have Jax versus Quinn. A lot of people ask me about ranged matchups. I used to play a lot of ranked, now I'm playing a lot of Jax, so we're gonna go into Jax matchups. Before we start with this, I wanna go over the runes quickly. So, in this game I have pressed attack, which was a mistake. You should have Conqueror, you should have Triumph. I'd mostly go for Tenacity, because I think it's a really good rune. A lot of people go to Alacrity, it doesn't matter too much here. And then the last one, I think this is very important, you should go Last Stand. If you're against a ranged champion, you're very likely to be poked down. The enemy's going to be constantly hitting the ranged attacks, abilities, and all of that good shit they got. So you're probably going to be lower than them than you're fighting, or roughly even, you're both going to be low. Last Stand is great for you. And it's also very good on Jax and team fights. It's good on Jax in general. So I'll go Last Stand. It seems to be the best by far. Then in my second tree, I go Resolve. And I'm going to have Second Wind, because he's going to poke me all the time. It gives me a passive healing. And then we're going to have Bone Plating as well, because if I'm going to fight her and I have Bone Plating, I do not take much damage. And it's often my choice to fight, because I can jump in on her and she just have to react to that every time. Now, let's get into the game. So, if you're playing Jax versus Quinn, one of the first things to do is to remember that the level 1 Jax is extremely strong. You're super powerful. If you're playing Jax, you want to get into the enemy bush and try to cheese them if they're starting on the red buff, right? They're starting on the red buff, Quinn is helping, you want to kill them, you start over here, go in there, and he comes back, you fight him, you make him really low, you win that fight very easy. Now, I'm going to try and do that. However, Quinn is not helping the Nocturne as we expect. She's simply just waiting there for me, because she expects that I'm going to do this. However, it's still fine to do, because now I know what they're somewhat going to do. One thing, I activated my E a bit too late, which was bad. I didn't have to take that hit. But this means that Nocturne isn't getting the help he wants, which is very good. Also, when you're walking in, you want to do it late. Now, how to play this matchup. It's very important to know the basic ability combo you want to do. So for me, the thing I found very efficient in my games, and what I found efficient on beating Quinn's, is every time she goes near the E, you simply E as well. Every time you go on her, you wait for the E till she jumps onto you, she dashes onto you, throws you a little bit back, puts the mark on you, and at that time you E as well, because you should be able to win those trades or go somewhat even. So I'm trying to push here, and I know I'm going to lose this lane early on. There's nothing I can do, but I still want to push, because if I get to push him in, that means I can get a base off, because I'm running Ignite, right? Like if you're running TP, you don't have to push. If you're not running TP, pushing is much, much better, because then you can actually get a base off. So let's get a fight down here. I'm going down a little bit to help, but I don't actually want to move down, because I'm really afraid of losing creeps here. I lost one already. I'm terrified of losing creeps. So I want to just stay around up here. If Nocturne is coming as a free kill, I will go take it, but I don't want to do too much. So I can't push in anymore. She's pushing back to me, and at this point, I gotta realize, she got 6 creeps. I have 6 creeps. She got a cannon minion as well. She is stronger than me. I don't have a chance to push anymore. If my lane is bigger, then yes, I can try and push. I can try and do stuff. I can try and get into a tower, which is very good for me. But the second she starts having even minions, it's over. There's nothing I can do. I just sit back and I try to farm. One thing I can do again, as I showed you earlier, talked about earlier, is when I trade her, I jump her, auto. That's actually one important thing with Jax. When you play Jax, you need to do animation cancel. So you're jumping her with Q. Let's say I'm right here, for example. I jump her with Q. While I'm in the jump, like during this duration, it's very important that you're spamming, and I mean spamming your auto attack on her, because the second you land, you'll already charged up your auto attack, and it's just gonna fly out right away. Let's see if we can actually find that. I'll see if I can find it. Let me go back a second here. This program is interesting for me. I don't know how to use it properly yet, because I'm using it for the first time, the EpiPen thing. So I'm gonna jump in a second here, right? And you'll see how fast my auto attack is gonna be. It should be very soon. There we go, look. I jump and the auto goes right off, you see? It's very important to do that. She jumps back on me and I just E and I don't take much damage from her. Now, I'm going to continue these things. She's going to win the fight. And one thing you don't want to do is don't take orders from her if you don't need to. I took one there. And I took another one. And then I took this one because I'm in a bad position. This is simply me messing up, right? I'm too close. I'm taking orders I shouldn't take. And it's not good. One thing though, this base is not that terrible. I lose some creeps here, which is bad. I should have gotten the cannon first before this happened. But basing early is not that bad for me, because she's not running teleport either. So once I'm back, I'm actually stronger than her due to the fact that I have more items. I want to get boots here, which sucks. And generally you'd want to have Adorant before you base first time. And against Quinn, you'd probably opt in for a Dawn Shield, because Dawn Shield is going to be very strong against her. She hits you all the time. You don't take that much damage. You heal back up afterwards. Very good item against Quinn. So early on, that would be nice to have. Another item you want to aim for is Sheen, because once you have Sheen, your trades become so much stronger, and you should actually start beating her if you just play it right. Now, I'm going to farm up. She's going to run back to base. I'm just going to speed this up because it's not that interesting. I'm not pushing here. That's one important thing. Don't push, because you know 100% she's not level 6. She's coming straight top. If you push here, she's going to lose less creeps. By not pushing, just letting the waves do whatever the waves do, you actually make her lose more creeps. So don't push this wave. Just wait till she comes back. You're going to stack up a wave. You're going to be very powerful right now. And I can start trading with her because I have a big wave. I don't have to be afraid of her. I have my auto attack stacked up, which is very strong for me. She hits an ability. I should have jumped her right away because she activated my bone plate. There's no reason not to jump her. I should jump her right away. And you see, she can't do any damage to me, right? I jump her, I do damage to her. She doesn't do damage back because I just activate my E all the time. I'm trying to run into her because she doesn't have her abilities and do a little bit of damage. And the reason for this is because I should have more sustain than her, right? You see her items. Dragon's Blade, Long Sword, Boots. I have boots and the potions, right? I have more sustain because of the potions. Her items are obviously better, but I still have more sustain. And this is a good example of when you do want to get auto attack. I was standing right here. She goes up to auto attack me. I don't mind that because here you can even let her auto attack you once for free. Because the second she auto attacks you, she aggroes all these creeps, which is good for you again. It's very good for you because the creeps do a lot of damage. And she can't hit you more than that. This is bad because I take one hit where... I take 2 hits actually. Wait, let's go back to it. It's bad because I take 2 hits, especially on the mark. You want to avoid the marks. Marks are very important, right? Like the second I see her walk up like this, I see her walking forward like this. I should always keep the same distance. I should walk like a little backwards, right? And then she walks back again, and I should do the same thing. Like it's like a circle. You just move back and forth, back and forth. It's like a nice dance, you could say. But anyways, what she does is she completely overcommits right here. If you look at the health right now, we're both a little low. She goes at me. She's taking all these creeps while hitting me. And that's the dangerous part. She hits me. I'm just going to walk back a bit. This is 5 creeps. They all do like 13 damage to her, something like that per hit. Which is a lot, right? You see her health just going down to the minions alone. I'm going to jump her because there's 5 minions right here. I'm just going to activate my E and jump her. Or flash. I might even flash. I don't have flash. I could have flashed here and she was dead anyways. If you have flash, the safest thing to do is probably just flash onto her. She's 100% dead. If you don't have flash, just jump onto her and try and do the same thing, right? Because you have ignite, you have a lot of damage. You have the 5 creeps, which did a lot of damage. It's probably like 150, 200 damage from these creeps alone. So that's a crazy play from her. She goes down. And at this point, I know I should push, right? She does no teleport. She can't be here yet. She spawns right now. It's going to take you about 27 seconds to be back top. So like, wait, what was the time? It was like 10 over almost. She's going to be back top, right? Maybe a little faster if she get boots. She does have boots, so it's like 24-ish. Still, it's going to take her a while to get back top. I don't mind taking the damage because I'm going to base, right? I don't mind getting a little low. I'm going to base anyways. I'm walking back very far because I don't know where Nocturne is. And I just want to be safe. He comes, I jump away. I could have jumped to the creep earlier. There's nothing he can do. And I'm out. Now I'm going to base. I'm just going to push and they're going to take some damage to my tower. Whatever. It's not a big deal. I'm basing. I'm getting my Tiamat because now I have control. I have Tiamat at this point. I could have gone Sheen as well for more damage onto her. The reason I went Tiamat is because it does have a passive in healing. It got the 50% base health regen. And then I jump her. I'm going to activate it like a Sheen anyways, right? I'm going to use the passive and it's going to be similar damage to a Sheen regardless. Now she's going to start roaming. She's 6. This is one thing I messed up here. If you're playing against Quinn, the 2 things you want to aim to do, this is why I play aggressive against her and I try to fight her even though I'm playing Jax versus Quinn. It's because you don't want to be in a situation where she can roam. She can roam right now because I just got ganked and I just had to base and everything, which is normal. You need to danger ping a lot because this guy is going to have a very hard time surviving. A Quinn with flash is going to kill so easy. And she could go bot lane too. And I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't have an idea. Syndra actually gets... Oh, she almost gets a kill. Oh, that was really close. She almost gets a kill, right? She didn't know he was coming. Syndra played fine. This is my mistake. Because I didn't warn her. I didn't warn her enough. I should have warned her. That's my bad. Now, back to how you play. You just do the same thing over and over again. The only difference is now... you do have your ultimate. Ultimate is super strong. You hit a creep 2 times, 1 time, you jump her, you W, tons of damage. So you want to aim at doing that. Now, the best combo for Jax is obviously Q, auto, W, but Quinn is going to knock you back. You won't get that off. So you should just QW, QW, QW all the time. Focus on doing that combo. And then she jumps on you, you just E her. Now, I have nothing to do up here. I'm just going to roam around, check for vision, do some stuff, maybe get vision into the jungle, see where Nocturne is, nothing special. I wanted to kind of fight her, but it never happened. So I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm just going to walk out, wait for my E again, and do the same thing. But now I'm going to try and fight her all the time because I want to kill her. I know she doesn't have flash. I know she used Ignite in mid lane. My Syndra told me that, which is very nice of her. So I'm just going to go on her all the time. She jumps me, I E. Look at the damage she took, right? Now she's half. It's a huge damage chunk. The only thing I have to be careful about is the Nocturne. However, if Nocturne ultimates me, I don't care too much. I'm going to keep playing aggressive and fighting her whenever I see him. And if he ultis for me, that's not the worst thing in the world. Now she's going to start roaming. I'm pinging this. I'm pinging she's missed, right? Because she kills people so easy. Still a bit afraid of the Nocturne. I know the Yasuo is coming up. My teammate tells me that. I believe I know this in the game. I believe I've been told. But I'm just running out. I messed up the fight anyways, as you can see. But I'll show you the combo. Give me a sec. Let's show you the combo. So the problem here is I jump him and I don't have my E properly. Activating my E too late. I don't even activate my E right. I should instantly activate my E just like I did every other time, right? It's very simple. How to win this matchup. Jump, activate E, get out, right? Jump, activate E, get out. Jump, activate E, get out. And you can play very aggressive and do that. I see this guy here and I'm telling my talent to come, you know. I'm like, dude, you can maybe kill this guy. So we're running him down. He jumps into us, flashes, stuns him, and now he's dead. He can't get out of this. We're too strong, right? And that's a good way to use your teammate. You see something happening, you're like, hey dude. And you ping a lot, right? Because people don't see shit. Just ping a lot. Use your pings a lot for everything. Now, here's the thing we know. This is one of the most dangerous moments, and I want to keep this in. That's why the what is a little longer. This is a very standard thing for Quinn players or Aurelia players. Those kind of players that roams a lot. Because Aurelia, as an example, very good at roaming. Her ultimate is insane for team fights. And catching early, she will do the same thing often. Quinn could roam bottom at all times. Every time she bases, she can run bottom. It's your job to warn your bot lane with pings every time she's missing. It's your job to warn the mid lane with pings every time she's missing. Because Quinn is so fast. After 06, she's so fast. She's going to kill your teammates. She's going to snowball by doing that. And that's how she wins the game. It's by killing your teammates. It's not by killing you. If you play the lane right, you should be able to win this matchup. It's by killing your teammates. That's why you want to aim to push all the time. You want to get the Tiamat, you want to get the Sheen, so you can actually do a ton of damage on her. I'll just show you one more trade, because it's a ton of damage. It's a ton of damage. I know Nocturne isn't here. I'm not afraid of her. I will destroy her in every single trade. She just needs to come close. You see how afraid she is, right? That's the thing. If you play passive against the Quinn, she will destroy your team. She jumps me really perfect there. I just E. I'm fine with that. It's no big problem. I have sustain anyways. She's going to use a lot of mana. So you see, she can't keep this up. 200 mana. She does the same thing again and again. She's going to go out of mana. It costs a lot of mana. It costs 115 mana to use a full combo. It's going to take a long time. But the thing is, I can't trade with her right now as long as I don't have at least one auto on a creep. I need minimum one auto. And this is the matchup. Anyways, guys, I hope you liked this matchup video. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. And tell me if you want to see more Jax. Do you want to see some Renekton? Do you want to see a completely different champion? Do you want to see more ranged matchups, melee matchups? Because we haven't went over any Jax melee matchups yet, right? Do you want to see Na? Do you want to see Aurelia? Who knows, right? Just tell me in the comments what you want to see. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you liked it. Don't leave a like if you didn't. And I'll see you guys next time.